Our next guest is an Emmy and Golden Globe Award-winning actress and perhaps best known for her 17 seasons as Lieutenant Anita Van Buren on the long-running TV series Law and Order. But many people don't know she's also one of the millions of Americans living with type 2 diabetes. S. Epatha Murkison joins us live by satellite from Chicago this morning to share how she's encouraging others like her to share their stories. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me on.
You're very welcome. We talk a lot on our show about diabetes and the fact that it can be familial. And that's kind of your story. You have a lot of diabetes in your family. Did you ever think that you would be among them?
No, and when I was diagnosed, I didn't even recognize the symptoms. It was only later did I understand the symptoms I was having. So when Merck and American Diabetes Association asked me to join them in the America's Diabetes Challenge and encouraging people to know their A1C, it was like a no-brainer for me. It's a great way to get out an extraordinarily important message.
A lot of families talk about diabetes very casually. We talk about having a little sugar or,
Right.
when we talk about having a family member that perhaps lost a limb to diabetes, but it really is a very serious and very dangerous illness, isn't it?
It is, but what I've learned, and I think the most important thing that I've learned in working with America's Diabetes Challenge is that type 2 diabetes is manageable, but you have to start first knowing what your A1C is, and you get that information, that number, through a simple blood test. And what it does, it allows your doctor or healthcare provider to see how you're managing your diabetes over a 2 to 3 month period. As a diabetic, I test my blood sugar twice a day. That just tells me what's happening and how I'm doing that day. But in terms of management, overview of how you're doing with your program is through your doctor and getting that A1C number. And then you talk about how you can change your lifestyles with diet and exercise, and if prescribed medication. But we also have a great resource in americasdiabeteschallenge.com. It's a website that you can access information about high as well as low blood sugar, because both are important in terms of your management. It gives you questions to ask your doctor, because there are times we go to see our doctors and we're not quite sure what to ask. You can find that on the website. Complications, symptoms of high blood sugar as opposed to low blood sugar. And what's new on the website is sharing your story. You can write a narrative, send photographs, or send us a video and let us know your challenges and your successes. And we get an opportunity to share our stories with other people, to know that there's so many of us. It's important that we have this dialogue.
And like you said, sharing your story sometimes can lift the burden for you, because then you know you're not alone.
Exactly. And I think for me, that was the most important thing, because I felt, wow, I should have known. I have this family where the consequences of not managing I saw were dire. Why is this happening to me? But having this dialogue and going throughout the country and talking with people, it just makes it a little easier, the burden and dealing with it, and knowing that we can all live healthier lives, but we have to be proactive. And our website is a great place to start if you want information on just to know what to expect or what you should be looking for, and going to your doctor and working with the doctor.
And we will link that website to ours so that folks can get to it. And I'm sure knowing and controlling your diabetes made it easier for you to be able to go to work every day. And congratulations on your new series, Chicago Med, that's premiering next week.
Thank you so much. Yes.
S. Epatha Murkison, thanks so much for joining us here on Virginia this morning. Very nice talking to you today.
My pleasure.